The Jeff Hamilton Legacy Fund is officially in its third year, and I can't stop thinking about how trust has played such an important role in our story. When Jeff died, it hit me that dying is one of the greatest acts of trust a person can engage in. In dying, Jeff trusted us to live well, to find joy, to love each other, and to find ways to help each other and our community. Trust was Jeff's thing. He did not like to micromanage, and he was so curious to learn. Take the Olympics, for example. Decades ago, Jeff won the bronze. When he told stories of that time, he always talked about one coach, a coach he trusted and who made all the difference. Jeff said, and I quote, "I didn't know what I was doing, but I learned from our aerodynamic advisor, Guy Dellariva, to keep pressing forward with my hands throughout the run to elongate my aerodynamic profile. With this advice, I started winning training runs and put myself in medal contention." Jeff trusted Guy, and he won the bronze. With the Legacy Fund, Jeff trusted so many of us. He trusted people to give, leaders of organizations and businesses and colleagues and friends and family and clients who became the dearest of friends.
Jeff and I met in Mitty Hall our freshman year at St. Mary's. We basically had a lot in common and both appreciated kind of each other. We liked music. We liked the English beat. Jeff liked the Go-Go's. I wasn't as big of a fan of Go-Go's as Jeff, but nobody was. We started this great friendship that lasted our lifetime. We donate to a lot of different causes, and the reason I give to the Legacy Fund is because, Jeff had this vision, and I want to continue that vision in honor of Jeff. The Legacy Fund continues to affect people's lives the way that Jeff did every day.
He trusted the Tahoe Truckee Community Foundation to help frame and build the fund and then carefully implement it, protect it, and grow it.
For the past 3 years, we've had the honor of supporting the annual Juniper Awards process. During my time at TTCF, I've coordinated and administered many committee-managed selection processes, but I've really been deeply impressed by the care and concern the volunteers participating on the Juniper Awards committee bring to this selection process.
Jeff trusted community members to catch each other being committed, fearless, and imaginative, and then he trusted that they would spend the time and the care to write and submit really compelling nominations. Jeff trusted the selection committee to earnestly and passionately read dozens of nominations and come together in one room to build a consensus and select that year's Juniper Award recipients.
It was so exciting to be in a room full of people from all different corners of the Truckee Tahoe area that were just as lit up as I was to find these people. As the ambassador for music, I got to look at music from a completely different perspective than my hardcore training has always had me do. Usually, we're looking at the product, we're looking at the perfection, we're looking at how somebody performs and how many people it reaches. And because of the way that Jeff so brilliantly set this up, I got to examine these incredible musicians through his lens, through these categories of commitment, fearlessness, and imagination. I was just blown away at the things that people are doing, but mostly the qualities with which they are doing those things. I know as a musician, it is hard and it is often very lonely. And there are a lot of dark days where you're not getting anybody clapping for you. You have to really want it yourself, or you want to be giving it to others. And actually, I was in tears for many hours reading these nominations. I actually added my own category, which felt really important to me, and that category I sort of called the je ne sais quoi, because music is that really special thing that exists in between words, and I wanted to really highlight that. Also is a little bit based in intuition, I think. In our 3-hour deliberation, there were definitely a couple of times where we got a little bit stuck. I found myself time and time again going back to Jeff, kind of having a what would Jeff want moment. And through that, I have felt so connected to him. I remember thinking and maybe even saying that, these are the moments where we need to take a deep breath, trust ourselves, trust the process, and trust that we are here because we were chosen. Jeff trusts us to find the right person for this.
Then he trusted those recipients to use their financial award in any way they wanted to. I will never forget Jeff's smile when he envisioned how the no strings attached monetary award might help someone. Sometimes recipients tell me what they've done with their money. Kathleen Martin, the recipient of our first Community Impact Award, told me she bought a pellet stove. She named the stove Junie for the Juniper Awards, and she told me how it warmed her house. That pellet stove is warming Kathleen, so then she can warm our community. Kristen Hanna told me that she used her money to go to Paris. In Paris, she filled her soul with art and dance and culture, and she even had her first point shoe fitting since 1997. And then she came home filled up with inspiration, ready to pour passion and love for the arts into our community. From a pellet stove to Paris, Jeff trusted that these recipients would know what they needed.
I am so thankful to be receiving this award. I was teaching fitness classes at a local gym, and I had a group of people come into my class, but I knew immediately I could not serve them all, but I didn't want to turn them away. And so I asked them to come back at 1 o'clock, and they did. And I was prepared with all kinds of modifications and different equipment. I taught this class for adults with developmental disabilities for about 8 months, and I just fell in love with working with this population. And so I started Tahoe Ability Program in 2020. Jeff had a vision. I know that he loved love, and that is what I'm doing. I am loving love. I'm loving humans. I just want to say thank you so much.
I'm so honored to be accepting the Juniper Award. It means so much to have support from local town, and I look forward to doing you proud this season.
I just got off the phone and found out that I have been the recipient of the Juniper Award for Arts and Performing Arts. I am very surprised and overwhelmed and absolutely humbled by this honor. Whoever nominated me, thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you to Jeff Hamilton for creating such an incredible legacy and a way for artists to be recognized in our community.
I'm so honored to be a 2025 recipient of the Juniper Award. Being recognized this season for my commitment and my passion for mogul skiing means so much to me, and I'm incredibly grateful to everyone who makes this award possible. This support is really special because it allows me to contribute to my season through my own accomplishments. Competing at this level comes with endless expenses, and so being able to help support myself through something I've worked so hard for is incredibly gratifying. I want to sincerely thank the Jeff Hamilton Legacy Fund and the donors that make the Juniper Award possible, because your generosity and belief in athletes like me truly does mean the world. Knowing that people care about and support our journeys makes such a difference, and I'm so grateful to be part of such an incredible community. Thank you again for your kindness and all your encouragement, and I'm really excited for the season ahead.
I'm so grateful and excited to be a recipient of the Juniper Award this year. It's always so special feeling so supported by the community. As many of you know, it's an Olympic season coming up, so exciting things ahead, and yeah, I hope to make the community proud.
Before I was told about this, I didn't even really know it existed. I kind of heard about something like this, and I can't be more grateful for someone like Jeff and his family to set up such an awesome fund to help people like myself who dedicate our careers to help people that we don't even know. And the fact that I don't even know him, and he's helping me out in my life and making my work noticed is I'm very grateful of. So thank you, Jeff and Jeff Hamilton Legacy Fund. I hope to see more of this kind of thing in the future.
I'm in Carpenter Valley in Truckee, where I received the phone call from Carolyn and Shayna about receiving the Juniper Award. I was shocked and overwhelmed and just so full of love for Jeff and for his family and for the legacy that he is passing on to all of us, the inspiration to do our work and perform our interactions with every person in this community with fearlessness, imagination, and commitment. That is a task that is so full of joy and honor and care, and I'm just so grateful.
I'm so grateful to have received this Juniper Award, especially this season being an Olympic season. It's so amazing, and I'm so grateful to have received this support from him, and it feels like such an honor to be included in his legacy, and he's such an inspiration to everybody, so it's pretty cool.
I just wanted to extend a thank you to the entire Hamilton family and everybody involved for receiving this Juniper Award. I am so beyond grateful for all the support from you guys. I'm making a push this year for the Olympics, and just having this, community behind my back the past years and even beyond that has been so special to me. Thank you guys so much. Again, hope I have great news for you in February.
I am just still trying to process and fully absorb how excited and just grateful I am to receive a Juniper Award. I didn't know Jeff, but the more that I read and hear about Jeff's story, I'm just truly honored and just feel really touched to be connected to his spirit this way through this award. As a firefighter and as a man, and most of my life, I wasn't taught on how to manage the challenging emotions, and through the breath work that we're leading for first responders and for anybody who resonates with it, it can feel lonely and sometimes not feeling like you're supported, and to receive an award like this just really helps confirm that I'm on the right path. And so thank you for the Jeff Hamilton Legacy Fund, and it truly is an honor.
I just want to say that I feel very honored and very grateful to be receiving the Juniper Award again this year. It means so much to have that support, especially coming from my home community of Tahoe Truckee. The support is super meaningful to me, especially on a year like this with the Olympics coming up, to be able to focus on skiing and put all my energy and effort into that without having the stress of that financial burden. So it really means so much to me, and I really appreciate it.
A day or two before he set his world record, Jeff worked the numbers. He discovered that he would have to ski 242.9 kilometers per hour in order to achieve the speed of 150 miles per hour. He knew that 150 was a much more compelling, much more exciting number than 149 miles per hour. On that spring morning in 1995, he did it. He skied his goal. As far as this legacy fund is concerned, Jeff also studied the numbers, and he knew the number he would need to achieve, 1.5 million over 5 years. On Google Sheets and on grid paper, he showed us how we could do it, and then he trusted us to make it happen.
We are so thrilled and excited and proud to announce that at the end of year 5, we're projected to only be $125,000 shy of my dad's goal. And I know we can all imagine him being very excited about a challenge like this one, the challenge of closing this gap.
With you and your help, closing this gap is possible. We can do it.
I often say that Jeff hosted us to the last year of his life. He gave and he gave and he gave. And one day, I marveled to him out loud, and he said, "What am I if I'm not helping?" As we celebrate our 3rd class of Juniper Award recipients for the Jeff Hamilton Legacy Fund, I want to thank you for helping us make this happen.